Alright, figured I'd do a little update for you guys on the Rx8. Right now I just picked up some gear fluid 7590, fill up the transmission because I'll need to do that before I start it and everything, of course. I broke, which one is this? This is the exhaust camshaft position sensor. I accidentally broke that, and I broke this one too. This is the engine temperature sensor. Yeah, you heard that right. Anyways, that should be it for today. My buddy might be coming over today to weld everything up. But I'll update you guys over there. Shout out to AutoZone last minute trips. Y'all know how it is. Yeah, see you there. Okay, so we're back at the garage. Went to replace the sensors. Of course, as per usual, neither of them work. Thank God you can't go wrong with gear oil. But that's just how it is sometimes. So I'm just going to end up ordering them because I leave tomorrow out of the country. That should be it. I haven't heard word from my buddy yet. But, of course, I've talked to you about welding everything up like that. I have the wiring stuff upstairs, so I can go show you that real quick. Shout out to Haltech and everything. I'm going standalone ECU. But you'll see that all up there. Also tuned by Sean. If you want to look them up, they make a bunch of swap kits and stuff. But yeah, really that should be it. I was hoping to get that done today. Looks like I'm not going to have time for it. I can, however, put my coolant adapter on the back, so I might do that here in a bit and take some pictures. But yeah, I'm still waiting just for everything to be fabbed up, and I can't really do anything till then. So, oh yeah, and if anyone knows where I can find this passenger brake line here, not the hose, the line, let me know in the comments. Just accidentally cut it, looking for it. So, all right, and then let's go upstairs. All right, so now that we're upstairs, here is all of the wiring I have. Like I said, I had a standalone ECU, the 1500 from Haltech. This is the custom wiring harness I was talking about. It's a combination of the K series and the Rx8 one. Shout out to Tuned by Sean. I was talking about them earlier, but he basically put this whole kit for me together. He sells quite a few others, so if you're looking to do any other swaps, I do recommend looking at his stuff first. He makes it super simple. Customer support is great as well. So I have the wideband set up right here, all plugged in and everything. That box, I don't know if you remember on the car, is where the ECU sits, so that'll be in there. And then everything after that actually looks really easy and simple to install. The only thing I might have problems doing is that's for flex fuel. Yeah, so that sensor for flex fuel, and then there's two other sensors in there for fuel pressure, and I have to figure out how to get that into the fuel system I have already bought for it. So, but that should be it. Like I said, this is everything else. I did just realize though that I can actually partly wire this thing up before anything else happens, so I'm going to do that. I might try and hook up the coolant system just to make everything easier when I do drop it in. Stock Rx8 seat. The passenger one, I ordered a mount for that, so that should be going in sometime soon. And then after that, yeah, we'll just go back downstairs and I'll update you guys on what I end up doing today. Cool. Actually, should we snap? Yeah, we're going to snap. Okay, just another update of what's going on. I'm figuring out some of this coolant stuff right now before I try and hook up all the wiring. John's coming over to figure this out for me. But I actually had this swivel thing on wrong. I mean, I never spent much time with it, so figures. This line here is going to go up to the intake port here. I should have better covered that. Yeah, we're not going to mention anything about that. So it's going to go up to that port there. And then this is for the heater core. I have to buy a block off for this. And then I have to order this. Usually a sensor goes in there, I'll block it off, I'll do whatever. I already have one of the sensors on the back. I also have the same sensor here if I want to use it. But other than that, yeah, it's really not. Let's take that out the way. It's pretty much just coming together. Everything from this point on is somewhat simple. I might just hook up everything else up here, exhaust, intake, throttle body, figure out the fueling as well, all just to make sure that when I have the time to put it all in, it all fits, so I fit it onto here first. Anyways, that's what's going on right now. I'll update y'all later. Okay, so it's a little later. Quick update. I moved everything out just to clear everything up and help John out a little bit. What was I going to talk about? Yeah, okay, so lately I've just been figuring some stuff out intake side. So the throttle body gasket is having a bit of a hard time staying on. And so I tried probably for a good like 20 minutes, half hour. So I'm thinking gasket sealer for that one. I need gasket sealer here as well. Or gasket maker, sorry, my bad. And I've just been kind of going around finding some parts. This was actually to my power steering right here. So that right there, and it's also going to connect to the brake booster because I need a line for that. It's also the same hose as what I might block off the breather, I might not. I might just hook it up to here, which is the breather on the back of the block here, right here. So I might end up doing that, might block it off, might put that to atmosphere, right? The coolant adapter fits on nicely. I talked about the thermostat earlier, what I'm going to do on this side. Everything on the front of the motor is good. Exhaust side, I shouldn't have anything. Manifold fits right up, of course. It's, made for this. I told you I have the sensor for that. So everything seems to work on that side there. He's going to come weld this all up, and then we can start putting everything back, which includes all the dash and stuff like that. Let me see. That actually should be it. It seems pretty simple from now. That's right. So I'm going to take the radiator down. I'm going to try and hook up some of the coolant stuff. Not cut any hoses, but, I have adapters and stuff like that because it's different size hoses. Make sure it can be a complete full system, preferably easy to do. Then I'm not going to have any problems. So I'll do that. I also have the fuel system, which is up in this box. I'm probably not going to hook it up now, but I have the fuel rail. I have everything for it. It should be good. I also learned in the wiring kit, I think I'm putting it in this video, but I talked you guys through that it's got a flex fuel sensor. The fuel pump I have is E85 ready too, so I might end up just running E85 on it or a mixture. That works. I'll just get E85 safe injectors. Like they're really that much different, but that should be it. Clutch overall, it seems to be good. Like I said, I'd still have to bleed it. Everything here is good. It's got kind of at a weird angle, which I don't really like. So you can kind of see that. I mean, obviously the boot makes it look different, but it would be a straight line straight here. Hey, if it works, it works. I'll test it out later. That's really it, though. There's not much I can do till afterwards, so I'm just going to get working on the coolant stuff, and let's just skip ahead to the future. YouTube magic. Okay, so just mocking up the fueling system here.
I'm a reputable dime later.
Yeah, sure you are. So I'm going to go this straight hose. It's got to connect to the top of the radiator over there, but I'll probably end up cutting it short. And what we're going to do is I have these bendable coolant hoses like this, which actually help out a bunch, and I'm going to go from there to the top of the coolant, top of the radiator. Should set about there in comparison. I know it's not that easy to see now. This bottom one we have mocked up too. It goes from the thermostat, wraps around, it'll come up right about to mid crankshaft, and then connects to the bottom of the radiator. We're probably going to end up cutting this hose too somewhat shorter. We might actually end up cutting it over there, as it'd be a little easier, and then flipping it so that this side's on that. We won't use this top small piece because the bendable one is long enough to go from here to the top. So I'm not really worried about that either. And that should be it of mocking up the cooling system. We might as well just put this in the YouTube video. So I'm going to just, yeah. We're going to go look. John came over. He's putting the firewall together at his place. But this is how we're looking on the subframe right now. We were just thinking about dropping it in, making sure it fits again, because obviously it's a little tighter now.
He said he was going to come back and grind that down, though.
Yeah. So. But that should be it. Get the firewall in, and then obviously y'all have seen I've been working on the wiring. We're working on the cooling now. The next is the fuel system. That's the only part I'm worried about, because it's the next complicated.
And then
that's it.
Accessories, and we can start it.
Yeah.
Oh.
Cool. Outro music. Do you want to snap for us?